I'm watching Dimitri sleep when I decide I'm gonna stop killing people. It's 3 a.m. Blood is drying on my shirt collar, not mine, never mine. The target was clean, efficient, forgettable. 73 bodies and counting. But Dimitri is curled against my chest, his breathing soft and even, and for the first time in 20 years, I feel something that isn't emptiness. His eyes open, dark green, sharp even in the dim light. You're thinking too loud, Cashin. I'm thinking about stopping. He goes completely still. In our 6 years together, I've never said anything like this. Dimitri sits up slowly, studying my face like he's reading encrypted code. Stopping what, exactly? All of it. The contracts, the killing, everything. Why now? Welcome to Daydream BL and GL. Please subscribe and comment where you are watching from. I trace the line of his jaw with fingers that have ended lives with less thought than it takes to breathe. Because I want to be someone our daughter doesn't have to make excuses for. Dimitri's breath catches. We never talk about reverie like this. Like she's a reason to change. She's always been the thing we protect, not the thing that changes us. That's not possible, he says quietly. You know that. The commission doesn't do retirement. I know. They'll kill you for even suggesting it. Probably. Dimitri leans back, eyes narrowing. This isn't a theoretical conversation, is it? You've already decided. I decided the moment she asked me if I was a bad person. The silence stretches between us, heavy with implications. Finally, Dimitri reaches for his tablet on the nightstand. Then we need to plan, because if you're doing this, you're doing it right. And that means we're going to war. We. He looks at me like I'm an idiot. Did you really think I'd let you do this alone? I'm the one with the leverage, Cashin. You're just the weapon. We need both. I pull him close, kiss him hard enough to bruise. I love you. I know. That's why we're going to survive this. If you want to see how a trained killer tries to leave the deadliest organization in the world, hit that subscribe button. This story is just getting started. Asterisk asterisk. 6 years earlier, I walked into an underground information exchange in Prague looking for surveillance footage. What I found instead was Dimitri Solis, sitting at a corner table with 3 laptops and an expression that said he'd seen me coming from a mile away. I need the Constantine meeting records, I said, sliding into the seat across from him. He didn't look up. Not for sale. Everything's for sale. Not to you, Cashin Vex. Now he met my eyes. Because if you get that footage, 12 people in my network die. So no, I should have killed him right there. Instead, I found myself curious. You know who I am. I know everyone who matters. And I know you're not walking out of here with what you want. He closed one laptop. I have 3 dead man switches active right now. Heart rate monitor, time check-ins, and a panic signal. If any trigger, everything I have on you goes public. Contracts, aliases, safe houses, clients. All of it. Most people who threatened me didn't live long. But Dimitri wasn't threatening, he was negotiating. Smart, I admitted. So what do you propose? Partnership. You need information. I need protection. 50-50 split. You get my intelligence network. I get the security of knowing Europe's most dangerous man wants me alive. I don't do partners. You do now. He extended his hand. One job. Trial basis. Either of us can walk away clean after. I stared at his hand, wondering if this was the stupidest decision I'd ever make. I shook it. Turns out it was the smartest. We worked together for 8 months before anything changed. Professional distance, clear boundaries, mutual benefit. Then someone put a hit on Dimitri. I was 3 cities away on a contract when his panic signal triggered. I was supposed to complete my job first. Protocol. Professional. I abandoned the contract and drove 17 hours straight. I found him in a safe house outside Vienna. Bloody but alive. 3 bodies around him. Cashin? You had a contract. Fuck the contract. I checked for injuries. Bruised ribs, split lip, defensive wounds. Who were they? Corporate mercenaries. I handled it. I can see that. So why are you here? I couldn't answer. Didn't want to examine what it meant that I'd thrown away a six-figure contract because he pressed a button. He grabbed my wrist. Cashin, why are you here? I don't know. But when I got the alert, I couldn't. I stopped. You're more important than the job. His expression shifted. That's not professional. No, it's not. He pulled me down, kissed me hard. Tasted like blood and vodka and something I couldn't name. We need rules, he said when we broke apart. No lies. Ever. About work, about what I do, about who I am. I won't ask you to change. I won't ask you to be something you're not. If this interferes with work, it won't. We're too good. He studied me. And when one of us wants out, then we walk away. No questions. No hunting each other. I pulled him closer. Deal. 2 years into our relationship, Dimitri said 3 words that stopped my world. I'm pregnant. We were in our Vienna apartment. I'd just gotten back from Stockholm. I was pouring coffee when he said it. The mug shattered on the floor. Say something. How long have you known? 3 weeks. Do you want to keep it? His jaw tightened. Do you? I asked first. And I'm asking for your honest answer. What do you actually want? I looked at him. This brilliant, dangerous man who'd become the most important thing in my world. I don't know how to be a father. I don't know how to be anything except what I am. That's not an answer. Yes, I want to keep it. But Dimitri, I kill people for money. That's not a life to bring a child into. He crossed to me, took my hands. I won't raise a child in active danger. I won't have them wondering if their parent is coming home. You need to choose. Me and this child or the work. Not right now, but eventually. I already knew my answer. I'll be more careful, more selective. No high-risk contracts. That's not sustainable. Then I'll figure something else out. You're asking me to choose between my work and you. That's not a hard choice. He searched my face. You mean that? I've never meant anything more. He kissed me softly. I love you, Cashin Vex. I love you too. 9 months later, Reverie was born, and everything changed. Present day. She's 7, with Dimitri's dark hair and my sharp features and a laugh like bells. I'm teaching her chess while Dimitri makes breakfast. Saturday morning. Domestic. Normal. Perfect. Papa, why do you have so many scars? I don't lie to her. Never have. From my work. Does it hurt? Sometimes. She moves her knight forward. Do you hurt other people in your work? I catch Dimitri's eyes. He nods. Yes, I do. Why? Because it's what I'm good at. And because sometimes bad people need to be stopped. She captures my bishop. Are you a bad person? The question hits harder than any bullet. I've done bad things. Many bad things. But I'm trying to be good for you and your father. Dad says trying is what matters. I look at Dimitri. Something cracking in my chest. Your father is very wise. Reverie yawns, climbing into my lap. I'm tired, Papa. I hold her close, breathe in strawberry shampoo and innocence. She falls asleep in minutes. I sit there holding her, this small perfect thing, and feel the weight of 73 deaths pressing down. That night, after she's in bed, I tell Dimitri my decision. I want to stop. Actually stop. Completely. He sets down his tablet. You mean it? She asked me if I was a bad person, and I didn't know how to answer, because I am. I've killed 73 people. I can't have her grow up and do the math and realize what I am. She'll love you anyway. Maybe. But I want her to be proud of me. Dimitri frames my face with his hands. This isn't going to be easy. The commission doesn't accept resignations. I know. And even if you get out, what then? Then I'll learn something else. I'll be someone else. You'll always be Cashin Vex. Then I'll be a better version of him. For her. For you. He studies me, then reaches for his tablet. Okay, then we plan. Together. Like, subscribe and drop a comment if you think an assassin can actually walk away from the life. Because what comes next? It gets worse before it gets better. Dimitri spends 3 days researching. The results aren't encouraging. In the last 20 years, 17 operatives tried to leave the commission. 14 are confirmed dead. 2 disappeared, might be hiding, might be dead. 1 entered witness protection and was found 6 months later. Shot in his kitchen in front of his wife. I study the data. Odds aren't great. No. But we have advantages. I've been collecting insurance for years, financial records, compromising information, backup protocols. And I'm very good at making people disappear. You do that? Help me get out. He looks at me like I've asked the stupidest question. Cashin, you're my family. Of course I will. What's the plan? 3 phases. First, intelligence gathering. Complete information on the commission's leadership, protocols for defectors, weak points. 3 to 4 months. Phase 2. We create leverage. Real leverage. Mutually assured destruction. And phase 3. His smile is sharp. We make them an offer they can't refuse. For 4 months, I continue taking contracts while Dimitri builds our escape. It's delicate. One wrong move and they'll know what we're planning. I take only jobs that serve our goal, targets whose deaths weaken the commission, contracts that give us leverage. Dimitri systematically hacks their systems, mapping the organization. Then Reverie gets sick. It starts with a cough. Gets worse. Fever, trouble breathing. By day 3, Dimitri rushes her to the hospital. I'm in Munich on a contract when he calls. Cashin. It's Reverie. Pneumonia. They're keeping her for observation. I'm already packing. I'm coming. You have the Hoffman job. Fuck Hoffman. I'm coming. I'm on a plane within the hour. The contract goes unfulfilled. When I reach the hospital, Reverie looks so small in the hospital gown, hooked to monitors and IVs. Papa! She tries to sit up. I gently push her back. Easy, little one. How do you feel? Tired. My chest hurts. I know. But the doctors are helping. I take her tiny hand. Are you scared, Papa? I don't lie. Terrified. But you're never scared. I'm always scared when it comes to you. You're the most important thing in my world. More important than your work? There's nothing more important than you. Nothing. She falls asleep holding my hand. Dimitri stands beside me. Bacterial pneumonia. Caught it early. She'll be okay. But she needs to stay a few days. I'm not leaving her. Cashin. You have the commission meeting tomorrow. Cancel it. That'll raise red flags. I finally look at him. I don't care. My daughter is in a hospital bed. Everything else can wait. This is what you meant when you said you wanted to stop. I've killed people for money, for strategy, for convenience. And my daughter is lying here sick. And I can't kill what's hurting her. I can't protect her from this. All my skills, useless. You're here. That's not useless. It's not enough. It's everything to her. I stay 3 days straight. The commission calls repeatedly. I don't answer. When we finally bring her home, there's a message. Meeting. Tonight. Non-negotiable. Your absence has been noted. Dimitri reads it. This is bad. I know. They're going to push. Ask questions. Let them. I'm done pretending. If they want to make an issue of it, we move to phase 3 early. We're not ready. I look at Reverie sleeping in Dimitri's arms. We'll never be ready. But I'd rather go down fighting for my family than pretend I don't have one. The commission meets in a nondescript building. 5 people around a table designed for intimidation. I've worked for them 15 years. I've never been afraid of them. I'm afraid now. Not for myself, for what they could take from me. You missed a scheduled meeting, lead counselor Marcus Thorne says. My daughter was hospitalized. Absolute silence. Daughter. Yes. The ghost has a child. Unexpected. Another counselor leans forward. And a liability. We have protocols for. My voice goes cold. The voice I used before killing. If you finish that sentence, there will be 4 people in this room instead of 6. Tension spikes. Is that a threat? It's a fact. My family is off limits. Non-negotiable. You don't make demands here, Vex. I stand. Then I'm done here. You can't just leave. Watch me. I'm at the door when Thorn speaks. We'll come for them. For leverage. For insurance. I stop. Turn. If you do, I will dismantle this organization brick by brick. I know every secret, every weak point, every skeleton. I've spent 15 years learning exactly how to destroy you. If you touch my family, you'll learn what happens when the ghost stops playing by your rules. I walk out. When I get home, Dimitri is waiting. I monitored the room. I heard everything. I destroyed the plan. The careful approach. You protected us. I made us targets. We've been targets since we met. Now it's just official. He pulls up his tablet. I have the leverage ready. Information dumps, financial records, everything. If they come for us, the organization collapses. Mutually assured destruction. Exactly. They won't risk it. We're at a stalemate. How long can we maintain that? As long as we need to. But Cashin. We need to prepare for them calling our bluff. Then we prepare. Comment below if you think Cashin made the right choice. And subscribe. This meeting with the commission is about to get brutal. The next month is psychological warfare. Constant surveillance. Veiled threats. Former colleagues checking in. Jobs offered with increasingly personal targets. I refuse everything. Then an old colleague shows up. Nikolai. We trained together 20 years ago. Cashin. It's been a while. You shouldn't be here. I come with a message and a warning. He glances at Dimitri. The council is voting. Whether to eliminate the problem or accept the stalemate. When? 3 days. If the vote goes badly, run. That night. Don't wait. He leaves. Do we trust him? Dimitri asks. Yes. He's one of the few who might understand. Then we have 3 days. We spend those days in controlled panic. Dimitri finalizes digital deadman switches. I establish exit routes. We prepare go bags, secure documents, set up backup identities. Day 2, I teach Dimitri advanced combat. I won't always be there. You need to protect yourself and reverie. He already knows how to shoot. I make him practice until it's instinct. We drill emergency protocols with reverie as games. If Daddy or I say the special word, what do? Go to my hiding spot and stay quiet. What's the special word? Starlight. Perfect. Day 3, we wait. The tension is unbearable. That night, midnight, my phone rings. Nikolai. The vote was split. 3 for elimination, 3 against. That means stalemate. But Cashin. It won't last. They'll keep voting. Eventually, someone will break. How long? Months. Maybe a year. But they will come. Then I'll be ready. 6 months pass in Cold War. No moves. Just waiting. I haven't taken a contract in 9 months. Longest since I was 12. I'm struggling. One morning at 4 a.m., Dimitri finds me on the balcony. You miss it. Is that wrong? To miss something that made me a monster? You're not a monster. I've killed 73 people. What does that make me? Human. Flawed. Trying to be better. That counts. Does trying erase what I've done? No. But it's a start. Long silence. I don't know who I am without the work. Then figure it out. You have time now. I start woodworking classes. Dimitri is bemused. Woodworking. It's precise. Requires control. And I can make things instead of destroying them. Over months, I build a bookshelf for Reverie's room. Then a table. My hands, trained to kill, learn to create. Papa, you made this. I did. Do you like it? It's perfect. Can you teach me? My throat tightens. When you're older. Yes. That night. She wants to learn woodworking. That's wonderful, Dimitri says. I never thought I'd have something good to teach her. You're teaching her how to change. How to choose who you want to be. I'm still dangerous. I know. But you're channeling it differently now. The call comes on a Tuesday. Reverie is at school. Dimitri's phone rings. Unknown number. Yes. We have a proposal. He signals me. I start tracing the call. I'm listening. The council reached a decision. Kashinvex may retire. 3 conditions. I'm shaking my head. Dimitri stays steady. Go on. 1. He completes one final contract. His choice of target, our timeline. And the other conditions? 2. He provides a full debrief of his methods for training his replacement. And 3. You, Dimitri Salas, provide your complete intelligence network to the commission. All sources, methods, contacts. That's not retirement. That's extortion. Call it what you want. 48 hours to decide. The line goes dead. No, I say immediately. Absolutely not. Cashin, I'm not killing anyone else. And you're not handing over your life's work. What's the alternative? We go to war. With a 7-year-old daughter? That stops me. We have to consider it, he says. You want me to kill someone? After a year of trying to be better. I want us to survive. I want Reverie to survive. There has to be another way. Then find it. I spend 12 hours thinking. Then I remember what Nikolai said about the council's weaknesses. I call him at 2 a.m. I need information. The council members, their weaknesses. Why? Because I'm not taking their deal. But I'm not going to war. I'm going to make them an offer they can't refuse. Long pause. Marcus Thorne has a daughter, Emma. His only weakness. He keeps her existence hidden. Where? Cashin, no. I'm not going to hurt her, but I'm going to make a point. Where? He tells me. 47 hours later, I walk into the commission's building alone. Tell Marcus Thorne the ghost is here to negotiate. 20 minutes later, I'm in Thorne's office. All 5 counselors present. You have nerve walking in here. I place a folder on his desk. Open it. He does. Goes white. Inside, photos of Emma. School. Home. Piano lessons. All taken in the last 48 hours. I know about Emma. She's 12. Talented pianist. Wants to be a doctor. Beautiful, smart, innocent. Thorne's voice shakes. If you've touched her. I haven't. And I won't. Because unlike you, I don't use children as leverage. I lean forward. This shows that if I wanted to hurt you, really hurt you, I could. I know all your secrets. Every single one of you. I look at each counselor. Here's my counteroffer. You let me go. Completely. No final contract, no debriefing, no leverage. In exchange, everything I know stays buried. Every secret. Every vulnerability. That's a threat. It's insurance. I'm offering peace. Real peace. No more looking over your shoulders. Just clean separation. And if we refuse, then everything goes public. To your competitors, your enemies, everyone who'd benefit from your destruction. Silence. Why should we trust you? Because for a year, I've had this information and done nothing. Because I'm asking, not demanding. Because I'm giving you a choice. Thorne studies me. You've changed. Yes. Because of the information broker. Because of my family. Family makes you weak. No. It makes me human. There's a difference. Long silence. If we agree, you disappear. Completely. You have my word. The word of an assassin. The word of a father. Which one do you think is stronger? Thorne looks at the folder. At pictures of his daughter. Fine. But Vex, if you ever resurface, you'll never see me again. That's the deal. I walk to the door. Pause. Your daughter is lucky to have you. Don't waste the time. I leave. 3 months later, we're in a new city. New identities. New life. Kashinvex is dead on paper. Now I'm Kieran Vale, woodworker. Dimitri does occasional freelance consulting, nothing high risk. Reverie is thriving. New school, new friends, no idea her existence was nearly erased. We bought a house with a yard and neighbors who wave. Feels surreal. Foreign. But it also feels like freedom. I'm in my workshop when Reverie finds me. She's supposed to be doing homework but is covered in wood shavings, examining a half-finished chair. Papa, can I ask you something? I set down my sanding block. Always. Why did we move? I knew this was coming. Papa's old job wasn't good for us. So I left it. We started over. Do you miss it? Sometimes. Not the work, but I knew who I was then. Now I'm still figuring that out. She climbs onto my workbench. I know who you are. Who am I? You're my papa. You make beautiful things. You tell me stories. You keep us safe. That's who you are. Something cracks open in my chest. I pull her into a hug, breathing in strawberry shampoo and wood dust. Thank you, little one. For what? For reminding me. That night, Dimitri and I sit on the back porch. Quiet, almost peaceful. You're doing better, he observes. Am I? You slept through the night last week. First time in 6 months. Still wake up sometimes. Old habits. I know. I hear you checking locks, windows, security system, but you're checking less. That's progress. Any regrets? About leaving? I gave up what I was, but I kept what matters. He gestures toward the house. This is what matters. You too. Even if it's built on lies, new names, fake histories. It's built on truth where it counts. We love each other. We're here for each other. The rest is paperwork. I kiss him softly. I love you. I know. You tell me every day now. That's new. I spent too many years not saying it, making up for lost time. 6 months after that, I'm teaching Reverie how to sandwood properly when she says something that stops my heart. Papa, I know your name isn't really Kieran. My hand's still. What? I heard you and Dad talking. Your real name is Cashin. Is that why we moved? I should lie, but I've never lied to her. Yes, I had a different life before you were born. A dangerous life. When you came along, I wanted to be someone different. Someone better. So I changed my name, changed my life, and we started over. Were you a bad person before? The question again. But now I have a better answer. I did bad things. Hurt people who probably deserved it, but also some who probably didn't. I was very good at a very bad job. But then I met your father, and you were born, and I realized I wanted to be more. So I tried to change. Am still trying. And did you? Change? I don't know yet, but I'm trying. That's what matters, right? She considers this seriously. I think you're a good person now, even if you weren't before. Why? Because you chose us. You could have stayed being Cashin and doing bad things. But you chose to be Kieran and be my papa instead. That's a good choice. I pull her close. You're very wise for 8 years old. Can I still call you Papa? Papa is the realest name anyone's ever called me. So yes, always. She picks up her sandpaper. Can we finish the bookshelf now? I want to show Dad. Just like that, we're back to normal. Or whatever counts as normal for us. Years pass. 10. Then 20. Reverie grows up. Gets into university. Studies architecture. Wants to build things, she says. Create spaces where people feel safe. I try not to read too much into that. The commission never resurfaces. We hear rumors occasionally. Leadership changes, power struggles, members who retired the hard way. But our names never come up. The agreement holds. Marcus Thorne sends one message in those years. Through Nikolai. 3 words. Daughter graduated. Thank you. I burn the note, but I remember it. Reverie is 23 when she asks for the full story. We're in the workshop, now a professional studio where I design custom furniture, and she's helping me finish a dining table. Papa, I want to know everything. Everything about what? About Cashin Vex. What you did. Why you left. I set down my tools. Why now? Because I'm an adult. Because I've always known pieces. But I want the truth. You've never lied to me. Don't start now. Dimitri appears. I can stay or go. Your choice. Stay. Then to Reverie. This is going to be difficult to hear. I know. Tell me anyway. So I do. Everything. The training. The commission. The 73 people. What I was, what I did, why I left. I don't spare details. When I'm done, she's quiet for a long time. Are you afraid I'll hate you? Terrified. Do you regret it? What you did? I consider lying. But I promise truth. Some of them, not all. Some needed to die. But some I pause. Some I regret. And you stopped. Because of me and Dad. Because I wanted to be someone you could be proud of. I am proud of you. Reverie. No, listen. You were a killer. You did terrible things. But you chose to stop. You chose us. You chose to be better. Do you know how many people never make that choice? She takes my hand. You made the hard choice. That's what I'm proud of. Dimitri is crying. So am I. Thank you, I whisper, for understanding. Papa, you're the person who taught me that people can change. That our past doesn't define us. That trying matters. You're my hero. Even with the terrible parts. Maybe especially with them. More years pass. Reverie graduates. Gets hired by a prestigious firm. Designs her first building, a community center for at-risk youth. Spaces where people feel safe. She tells us at the opening. That's what Papa taught me. I stand there watching her cut the ribbon, this brilliant woman we raised, and think about the choices that led here. Worth it? Dimitri asks, reading my thoughts like always. Every moment, every risk, every terrifying decision. Worth it. I'm 68 when Dimitri gets sick. Aggressive. Fast. 6 months, the doctors say. We spend those months doing everything we always said we'd do someday. Travel. Say all the words. Hold each other through the fear and pain. I don't regret any of it. He tells me one night, 3 weeks before the end. Prague, the commission, the running, the fear. Because it gave me this life with you. Gave me reverie. More happiness than I thought possible. I love you. I've loved you since you blackmailed me into partnership. He laughs, then winces. Best blackmail ever. Best partnership ever. Cashin Kiran, whoever you are. He touches my face. You became the man you wanted to be. Not because you stopped killing. Because you started building, creating, loving. That's who you are now. Because of you. Because of you. I just reminded you that you could. He dies on a Tuesday morning, holding my hand, with Reverie on his other side. His last words. You did it. You changed. I'm proud of you. I live 7 more years without him. They're the longest of my life. But I survive because he taught me how. Because we built something strong enough to outlast us both. I keep making furniture. Keep building things that help people feel at home. I'm 75 when I'm teaching Reverie's daughter. My granddaughter Iris, age 4, how to hold a pencil for drawing. Grandpa, why do you have so many scars? The question Reverie asked 40 years ago. Full circle. I got hurt a long time ago. Doing what? I look at Reverie. She nods. I had a dangerous job before you were born. Before your mama was born. Was it like a superhero? I almost laugh. No, sweet pea. Not like a superhero. But you helped people? Did I? The question I've asked myself for 40 years. I stopped bad people from hurting others. The most generous interpretation. Not entirely untrue. Then you were like a superhero. She beams. Grandpa the superhero. Reverie is crying. Happy tears, I think. After Iris runs off, Reverie sits beside me. Grandpa the superhero. I like that version. So do I. Do you think she'll need to know? The real story? Maybe. When she's older. When she can understand that people can be both terrible and redeemed. You really believe that? That you're redeemed? I think about it. Really think. I don't know if redemption is possible for everything I did, but I built something good on top of the terrible. And maybe that's enough. Maybe that's all any of us can do. Try to add more good than harm before we leave. She takes my hand. You've added so much good, Papa. Our family, your work, the way you taught me to choose who I want to be. That's all good. Real good. Thank you. Thank you for showing me how. I'm 81 when I finish my last piece. A small wooden bird. Delicate work. Requires steady hands and patience and care. For Iris. For her 16th birthday. Reverie finds me in the workshop. That's beautiful. I wanted to make her something. Something that shows what we can create if we try hard enough. She takes the bird, examining it. You know what this is? This isn't just a bird. What is it? It's proof that hands that destroyed can also create, that people can change, that the story doesn't have to end the way it started. Did I become who I wanted to be? She looks at me with Dimitri's sharpness and my determination and something entirely her own. Papa, you stopped killing 35 years ago, built a business, raised a family, made a life from nothing but determination and love. You taught me that. She looks at me with Dimitri's sharpness and my determination and something entirely her own. Papa, you stopped killing 35 years ago, built a business, raised a family, made a life from nothing but determination and love. You taught me that change is possible, that redemption is earned through daily choices, that who we were doesn't have to define who we become. And you think I succeeded? I think you're Iris's grandpa the superhero. I think you were Dad's great love. I think you're my father who I'm proud of every single day. If that's not success, what is? I pull her close. My daughter. My proof that monsters can create something beautiful if they try hard enough. Thank you, I whisper, for giving me a reason to be better. Thank you for choosing to be. I'm 83 when my hands finally fail me. The arthritis has been getting worse for years, but now I can barely hold tools. Can't sand wood properly. Can't create the precise joints that made my furniture special. I sit in the workshop one morning, staring at my gnarled fingers, and realize something. I'm done. Not dying, not yet. But this phase of my life is complete. I've built everything I needed to build. Reverie finds me there an hour later, just sitting in the silence surrounded by decades of creation. Papa, I can't do it anymore, I tell her. My hands won't work right. She sits beside me. Then you rest. You've earned it. Have I? Earned rest. You've spent 35 years building things, creating beauty, teaching people, loving us. She takes one of my twisted hands gently. Yes, you've earned rest. What do I do now, if I can't build? You live, Papa. You watch Iris grow up. You tell stories. You sit on the porch with your memories and know that you did good. Real, tangible good. Despite everything I was? Because of everything you became. That night I dream of Dimitri. We're in Prague again, young and dangerous and so alive it hurts. He's looking at me with those sharp green eyes, that knowing smile. You did it, he says. You became someone worth being. I miss you. I know. But Cashin, Kieran, whoever you are now, I'm proud of you. We built something that lasted. Family. A legacy. Proof that change is possible. Was it worth it? All of it. Every moment. Every choice. Every terrifying decision. He touches my face like he used to. You gave me the best years of my life. And you gave Reverie a father worth admiring. That's not redemption. That's transformation. I love you. I know. And I'm waiting for you. But not yet. You still have time. I wake up with tears on my face and a strange sense of peace. The weeks pass slowly. My body is failing in small ways, hands that don't work, joints that ache, breath that comes shorter. I'm dying. Not dramatically, just gradually, the way most people do. Reverie visits every day. Brings Iris, who's 16 now and studying architecture like her mother. Following the family tradition of building things. Grandpa, I'm designing my first real project, she tells me excitedly. A shelter, for people who need safe spaces. My throat tightens. Tell me about it. She does. And I listen to her talk about load-bearing walls and natural light and creating environments where people feel protected, and I realize, this is my legacy. Not the 73 people I killed. Not the years as the ghost. But this. A granddaughter who wants to build safety for others. A daughter who teaches people that change is possible. A family built on the foundation of choosing to be better. One morning, I wake up and know it's time. My body is tired. So tired. Ready to stop. Reverie is there. She's been sleeping in the guest room for weeks now, knowing this was coming. Papa, I'm ready, I tell her. I think I'm ready. If you are loving this story, please like, subscribe and comment what you think so far. She takes my hand, careful of the arthritis. Okay, I need you to know something. What? I was a monster. For years I was a monster. And then I met your father and you were born and I learned I could be something else. Someone else. I grip her hand as hard as my failing strength allows. You saved me, Reverie. You and Dimitri. You showed me that people can change if they want it badly enough. You saved yourself, Papa. Dad and we just loved you while you did it. That was enough. That love. It was enough to make me want to be better. She's crying now. I love you so much. I love you too. And I'm so proud of who you became. Who you're teaching Iris to become. She'll remember you. I'll make sure she remembers the good parts. Tell her the truth. All of it. The terrible and the beautiful. Tell her that her grandpa was a killer who became a craftsman. That he hurt people and then spent decades trying to balance the scales. Tell her that change is possible, but it takes work. Every single day. I will. Promise me. I promise. Iris comes in later. Young and bright and so full of future. Grandpa. Mama says you're not feeling well. I manage a smile. Just tired, sweet pea. Should I go? Let you rest. No. Stay. Tell me more about your shelter project. She does. And I listen to her voice. This proof of hope and continuity. And feel something like peace settling over me. When she finishes, I say, Iris, can I tell you something important? Of course. Your grandpa wasn't always a good person. I did bad things. Hurt people. But I tried very hard to be better. And I want you to know, it's never too late to change. To choose who you want to be. You understand. She nods seriously. Mama told me. About your old life. About Cashin Vex. And you're not scared of me? Why would I be scared? You're grandpa. You make beautiful things. You taught Mama and Mama's teaching me. That's who you are. Out of the mouths of children. Simple truth. You're right. I whisper. That's who I am now. That night, alone in my room, I think about my life. 83 years. 2 identities. 73 deaths and countless creations. I think about the ghost, cold, efficient, empty. I think about Dimitri in Prague, offering partnership with sharp eyes and sharper mind. I think about Reverie being born, tiny and perfect and terrifying. I think about the commission, the threats, the impossible escape. I think about woodworking classes and building furniture and learning that hands trained to destroy can also create. I think about Dimitri dying in my arms, telling me he was proud. I think about Iris calling me Grandpa the superhero with absolute conviction. And I realize I did it. I actually did it. I changed, transformed, became someone different than who I was. Not through forgetting, not through denial, but through 35 years of daily choices to be better than I was the day before. That's redemption. Not dramatic, not movie perfect, just steady, consistent effort to add more good than harm to the world. If this story meant something to you, if you believe people can change, leave a comment. Tell me what you think. And subscribe because stories like this matter. Stories about second chances and transformation and the power of choosing who you become. I'm drifting off to sleep when I hear it. Dimitri's voice, clear as if he's right beside me. Cashin, come on. We have work to do. I open my eyes. He's standing at the foot of my bed, young and beautiful and whole. Exactly as he was in Prague. Dimitri. Who else? Come on, love. Time to go. Where? Does it matter? We're together. I look at my hands. They're young again. Strong. No arthritis, no age spots, no tremors. I stand up easily, no pain, no stiffness. Am I dead? You're done, he says gently. There's a difference. Done with that life. Ready for whatever comes next. I don't know if I believe in whatever comes next. Neither did I. But here I am anyway. He holds out his hand. So what do you say? Ready for the next adventure? I think about Reverie downstairs. About Iris with her shelter designs. About the life I built and the legacy I'm leaving. They'll be okay? Ask. They'll be more than okay. You made sure of that. I take his hand. Feels real. Solid. Right? I did it, didn't I? I became someone worth being. You became someone worth loving, he corrects. You always were worth being. You just forgot for a while. The room is fading. Growing distant. Do you have regrets? I ask him. Only that we didn't have more time. But the time we had? Perfect. Every moment. Even the terrible ones? Especially those. They taught us what we were capable of. What we could build together. Everything is light now. Warm. Peaceful. I love you. I tell him. I know. And I love you. Always have. Always will. What happens now? He smiles, that sharp, knowing smile I fell in love with in Prague. Now? Now we rest. And when we're ready, we decide what comes next. Together. Together. I agree. And then, reverie finds me in the morning. Peaceful. No pain. One hand resting on the photograph of the three of us, her, me, Dimitri, from 30 years ago. She sits beside me for a long time, holding my other hand, crying quietly. You did it, Papa, she whispers. You changed. You built something beautiful. You became someone I'm so proud to call my father. She kisses my forehead. Rest now. You've earned it. And now I can take my last breath. And that's the real ending. Not redemption wrapped neatly. Not forgiveness without cost. Not transformation without pain. Just proof that change is possible if you want it badly enough. That love can reshape even the most damaged soul. That hands trained to destroy can learn to create. That the story doesn't have to end the way it started. I was Cashin Vex, the ghost, a killer of 73 people. I became Kieran Vale, woodworker, husband, father, grandfather. Both stories are true. Neither is complete. But together they prove something important. People can change. It's hard. Takes decades. You never fully escape who you were. But you can build something beautiful on top of the terrible. And maybe, just maybe, that's enough. The end. If this story touched you, if you believe in second chances, if you think redemption is earned through daily choices, leave a comment below. Share your thoughts. And subscribe so you never miss stories that remind us that change is always possible. Because that's what I believe, we're all carrying something. Some burden, some past, some version of ourselves we're trying to leave behind. And if Cashin Vex could do it, if a professional killer could become someone his granddaughter called a superhero, then maybe we all can. Maybe change is always possible. Maybe it's never too late to choose who we become. Thank you for reading. Thank you for believing that people are more than their worst moments. Now go out there and build something beautiful.